Hey, this is Johnny from Hollywood Undead. I'm here in Moscow. I want to say thank you to all our fans here. We love you and appreciate you. Check us out on GROMKO, on VK. I'm fucking proud to be loud. I don't know the city very well now. We've been here, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. Yeah. A few years ago, I got to go down to, I did the tourist stuff, the Red Square and all that, like everybody does. But that was about it. We took the subway. Some fans took us because we didn't know how to go, so they came with us on the subway. That was a lot of fun. Yep. The subway system's really cool here. And it's just artsy, and it's nice, it's tile, it looks cool. In the LA, it's not nice. It's a lot different. But that part was really cool. We saw the Red Square, that was really cool. But usually, we play and then we go, so you don't get too much time. And we didn't get here till yesterday, till like 7 at night. So I was tired. It was 22 hours, so I was like fucking tired. But yeah, I like it. We love playing here. The fans are awesome. The people are really nice. But obviously, Moscow's bigger than LA is. It's a huge city, isn't it? Population-wise?
It's kind of the same. I think LA population-wise is like
7 or 9.
Oh yeah, it's twice bigger.
Yeah. I mean, if you count like Orange County, LA gets bigger, but yeah, I mean, Moscow's a huge city, so it'll probably take a lot of visits to get to know it, really.
That's true. Even if you live here, you don't know.
Don't know where everywhere is. Yeah, it's huge. So.
I can see rejection in my own reflection. I can feel my dreams.
Well, we had finished 5, and we were working on those songs, but they weren't like done in time. But there were some of them I really liked, so I was like, hey, after this, I just want to. So we got the record, we turned it in, it was done, and then we just kept working on those songs just because we liked them. So we got those songs done, and we didn't have time to do any more because we had to tour. So I was like, well, let's just do an EP. And then we didn't do a hard release. There's no CDs. It's just streaming. So it was like, hey, it's free anyway to people who have it. So we just gave it away. But the songs were good enough where we wanted to do it. It's funny because the guy here, I don't know what his real name is, but his Instagram name is like Agorafor or something. He's a Russian kid. He designed the Psalms artwork. He lives here. He's going to be here tonight. He did Psalms artwork. He did Charlie's bandana. So we've all used him. So the Psalms artwork, and all the artwork for the songs is him, this guy that lives here in Moscow. It's funny.
Nice.
Well, before I was against it because you'd have to make people pay for it. You're charging like $8 for a few songs. Obviously, that was when EPs were being sold and bought, I was too young. I didn't care. But now, I mean, with the streaming services and YouTube, it's like, why not? No one's going to pay for it anyway. So to us, it's nice because we get to make music that people hear. We don't have to go and get artwork and get a distributor to put this shit in the store and all that stuff. So with streaming, we'll do things where we'll just release songs sometimes out of nowhere, just one. If we have an extra song, we'll just release it because why not? Yeah, well, I'm sad I used to like buying records and, reading through them, and that was cool. The problem is, with labels, the labels are the reason that it ceased to exist because what they would do is they would charge $20 or whatever, $18 for a CD that cost $1.25 to make. Any other business, if you mark something up like that, no one's going to buy it. You'd be charging $400,000 for a Honda Civic or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they were marking it up so high that people got so sick of it, of getting gouged. That's why pirating started. This is major labels' fault. So I don't blame it on fans or anything like that. It's just the labels fucked everybody over. It became a piracy system. They had to make that so that they profited. So streaming, but the thing I like about streaming, the reason I like it anyway, is for $15 a month or whatever, $12 a month. I can listen to a Beatles song, I can listen to a John Fogerty song, a Deftones song, a Slipknot song. You can go anywhere you want, any mood I'm in, I just type it in. I don't have to go buy something and put, so that part's nice. You'd be driving and just think of some fucking song. We're already done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we finished the beginning of the year. So we finished that album, and then we're just about finished mixing. So it's all done. The record's done. It's going to come out, but it's not coming out till January next year. Label.
Okay.
Yeah, I always fucking you, bro. So we'll have a new song out in like September. New record in January.
Okay.
So we're already done. Yeah, we're ready to go. takes a long. So like for a single, when you release a song in the States anyway, you have to release it 4 months before the release date.
Sure.
We didn't finish the single with the 4 months and blah blah blah. And then you start pushing into like November, December, and they have a full. These people are already planning on releasing stuff because so the one label doesn't want to release too much in 1 week. You know, they get overwhelmed, I guess. So we have to wait for January, or we would have released it in September, but we weren't ready for September. We've done way worse. We've been over here in Europe for like 11 weeks at a time. Before we did 2 months. We've done the States for 3 months. So this is like a month. It's sleep. Yeah, I mean, because you don't sleep the same. You know, we're on a bus and stuff. I usually go beat my wife a little, go to bed.
That's
No, I'm just gonna kiss her.
yeah, sure.
Hang out with my kid. I have a kid. I hang out with her. Get some food.
Your kid's name Ava, right?
Yeah. So I hang out with her. Yeah, she's cool, man. She's my best friend.
Nice.
Yes. Probably shit I can't say. One time I smoked crack with a guy in a band in New York. We were trying to find coke. Am I allowed to say that?
Why not?
Yeah. We're in Poughkeepsie, New York, right outside the city. We're trying to find some coke. And we're drunk, so we're like desperate.
Yeah.
Walking around, no one had any, and this guy was like, I have some crack. We're like, fuck no. Kept walking, looking for coke, and eventually, like an hour later, like, let's go back. We got the crack, and we smoked it under one of the bridges over there. That was pretty bad. That's something I always think about, because I've never smoked crack. I never smoked crack again. That was the one time I smoked crack.
I think that's good, but what is the feeling when you're smoking crack? I just
Like the people look.
Oh yeah. So it looks not very fun.
No, it feels good.
It feels good.
But you know, when you do coke, you feel like good, but to somebody else, you're probably, you know, that like in your head it's good. To anybody else, like, ooh, get the fuck away from me. Oh, I know. I don't try. I do.
Okay.
The fans here, they're really nice. They always bring some vodka whenever we get to the hotel or whatever. So we'll drink vodka. I drink Russian vodka. I don't know if it's Russian to you guys, but I like Stoli a lot. So I'll drink Stoli.
Stoli is the brand?
Yeah, Stolichnaya.
That's
the brand. That's the vodka I like. It says it's Russian, but I figured you would know better.
Stolichnaya, I think.
Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah.
So over there it's just Stoli. That's
Okay.
what we're Americans, so we don't know how to say
You
it
don't
right.
have to care about it.
No, I mean, hey, I want to say it right. How do you say it?
Stolichnaya.
Stolichne.
Yes.
See, if I say it over there, they'll be like, what? But we gotta drink a lot of that at home.
Okay.
So, is that
straight or mixing?
No, I drink it straight. I put ice. I don't drink liquor with
That's
like
nice.
Sprite and shit
That's
like
nice
that.
way to-
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I like bourbon too. I'll drink bourbons on ice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any stories from Moscow after drinking vodka or something like that?
You know, because I don't know who watches this. There's something. Just get said. It's nothing bad in that sense, but it's embarrassing. You know, more than anything.
Okay.
More
That's
bad.
up to you if you want people to hear these stories or.
I don't.
You don't?
No, not at all.
You don't have.
I already told people I smoke crack.
I think there's no bonus anymore after that.
That's as bad as it gets.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of smoking. Those dudes are cool though, but they're chill. I mean, they're potheads, so it's not like back when we were kids. You know, all we did was go out. We would party every fucking night. And even then, we were the only band that did that. Most bands don't, especially if you're touring. So if like you're a local band, it's a lot different. If you're on tour, you have to start learning to take care of yourself, or your voice will go, all kinds of. So those guys have been around for a long time, and the reason for that is they're chill, they're really nice and cool dudes, but it's nothing that crazy, you know. They keep it professional. And most bands that are big the reason they're big is because they're professional. They don't get too crazy.
Okay.
So you know, you get your guys in the '80s and shit that used to do the crazy shit. It doesn't happen anymore, as far as I know. I've been on tour, 15 years, and I've never seen anybody worse than us.
Oh, really?
We were always the worst. We had people like try to get us kicked off tours and stuff because we were always doing drugs. We were bad. And we still are to some degree, but we've learned a little bit, you know, you gotta take care of yourself to some degree. So now I try to go to sleep. I used to stay up for like 3 days straight. Yeah, that's an instant. You go, oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the truth. But I try not to get too drunk before we'll have like a couple drinks, you know, just to get loose. If I'm drunk, you know, I've fallen off stage 4 or 5 times. One time I shattered my kneecap. I broke my rib once. You can look at it on YouTube too. There's picture videos of me just. So I try not to get like fucked up. Plus, then they pay to see you and you suck. Then it's like that's even worse, you know.
Yeah.
So I try to keep it together. I save it for afterwards. What are you gonna do? Fuck off. What are you gonna? You can't make you do anything. Your agreement is to play the show, not how you play it or how inebriated you're. You know, if you're fucked up. We've had complaints before, but never anybody like, hey, you guys can't do this or can't do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, you know one that we actually did out here too. This always sticks out. We're in the Ukraine. It was a festival in the middle of like nowhere, and we had agreed to do it like on short notice. So we didn't expect it to be anything. And it was like, dude, it was like, I don't know, it was like 15 or 20,000 people, and they were lighting fire. Their crowd was so big, and in the middle of it, there was they were lighting bonfires. So it was like there's popping up. It's fucking nuts. They were jumping up so much. It was just a crazy crowd. It was a lot of fun. That one was really cool. Playing Download for the first time in England was like something that I thought was really cool. The last time we were here and we played the Stadium. Yeah. That was awesome. Because you don't, you know, when you go to a place, you run from Los Angeles and you go someplace that far away and people care about your music, it is cool to you. And then to see that many people like who love the band, it's like, dude, in all honesty, that's kind of why, you know, it's one of those things I pictured when I was a kid, but I never really, in the back of my head, I was like, yeah, come on, it's not going to happen, because it doesn't happen easily. So the fact that you get to do it and stuff, it makes me very grateful, because if we stop now, I'd at least have that memory and those things. Sure. It's very cool as a musician, because I really never believed that I always figured something was going to go wrong. So when you actually get there, it's humbling, and you're like, wow, this is, you know, it's cool. It's a great experience, and I mean it when I say, like, I love the fact that people care about the music, because I care about it. And that almost is enough. If I just like my music, I ought to be happy with it. But the fact that other people care that much is like, oh man, it's cool. It's a cool connection. So we were I've had a lot of good experiences like that. The crack, when I smoked the crack.
Oh.
No. Well, when you're coming up, you know, we've been in bands together since we were kids, since high school years. Then we break up because it wasn't going good. We started another one, blah, blah. Hollywood Undead was kind of the last band. We had been in bands for years and people were getting older and they're like, dude, you know, it's not going to work. So when we started Hollywood Undead, we just did it for fun. So we tried with the other bands. We were sending in demos to the labels, doing all that stuff. And then when we started Hollywood Undead, that was more like, hey, I give up, but I still want to write music. And it's very odd because that was the one we didn't really think anything about. Like, let's just do it. So it worked out. But the years and years of being in a band, when people ask me to be in a band, I always tell it because I think they see one thing. They see the top, and here you are, and they don't really consider all the shit that you have to do. You know, touring in a van and not being able to tour, not making any money, touring for a month and not getting any money paid. You owe money half the time. So there's a lot of things that go into it. So touring, you know, being in a band it's a hard business that you have to be prepared for that. So I mean, a lot of it was very hard, and even now it's hard because we have kids and shit like that. So we leave for 2 months at a time. You don't see your kids, so it's a different kind of pain now. But you know, it's what I love. So. The worst show we've ever played?
Yeah.
Oh man, there's a lot of those too. That's the one where the one I think of. We were playing in Lubbock, Texas. It's like right in the middle of Texas somewhere. That was where we were shit faced. In the very first song, I ran and fell right off the stage. And you can see it right on YouTube. If you type in my name, I think it says "falls off stage" is the first thing.
Oh.
And that was probably the worst show. Just because I fell off the fucking stage.
Sounds so awful. Yeah, and
it wasn't that bad. It was funny now, but at the time it's a little embarrassing.
No shooting star, just a burning.
They're good people. I usually find that people are shittier the closer you are to a city.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're assholes usually in cities. You go to a place like Texas, everybody's friendly. They don't have bad experiences with people. They don't get robbed. They don't get, so they're nicer. They're just more down to earth. They don't want to be a fucking actor or musician. They're happy with their life the way it is. And I like people like that. Small town people are much nicer than people from New York or LA or Moscow or anyplace else. You go in the middle of nowhere, that's where people are the best. They care about each other. Yeah, for that exact reason. I mean, I was sick of it. Like, I love LA. I've lived there my whole life, but I got to the point where, for me, I was like, I needed something different. Just even for music, it's the same fucking thing. I see the same people. I do the same shit. I needed a change where I could feel inspired again. So I want to live in the woods and shit.
So is it like live as a farmer or live as a... Like,
God, I live like a normal.
Okay.
I should become a farmer.
Why not?
I'll start growing more weed. No, we are farmers. We grow weed in LA, and then also, we have a business in, I don't know if you know where Oklahoma City is. It's in Oklahoma, which is a couple states north and west of Tennessee.
Never been there, but of course
Yeah. We have a dispensary, like a weed dispensary there, and we have some grows there. So it made it easier for me to go there than from LA. So there's some business shit involved too, but for me, I just wanted to be somewhere else where it's green. It's nice, dude, living in the city, because you live here, getting out to nature again, you're like, fuck, man, this is what more where I think human beings belong. So I like it.
My dreams grow cold, dreams grow cold.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't buy it, I just grow it. So I don't ever buy it, I sell it. We sell it. We have a brand and stuff. We do that. We've been doing that for a long time. So it's interesting for us because federally it's illegal. In the country itself, it's illegal. But by states can make their own laws, and some of those states are illegal. But that doesn't mean it's legal federally. So there's things you can do and you can't do. And you never know when things will change. So if the government can shut it down, so you never know. It's kind of risky. That's why a lot of people just grow it illegally. In, a room like this, you could grow some. So it's risky, but yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, in Russia particularly, it's very risky because you can just go to jail with one joint, and then you will be there for 5 years.
For a joint?
Yeah, for a joint. They could just close you. They have like some laws that allow you to smoke, but it's never happened if you get caught. So that you pay money or you're in jail.
See, what's ridiculous to me about that is a lot of people know, weed isn't that bad. You're allowed to you can drink as much vodka as you want legally, and you see what that does to people. Weed is not anywhere near as bad as drinking, booze and stuff like that. So I don't understand it. But it was the same way in the States forever. Where I live in Tennessee now, it's a felony still. In California, they won't even bother you. If you have a trash bag of weed in your car, they won't do anything. Tennessee, they will. So it's all different states, by state. Some states are still really strict. If you're in Utah, you'll go to jail. Not for 5 fucking years, but maybe if you had a trunk full of blow or something, you could. But it would take a lot of drugs to go to jail for 5 years.
With the whoop ball, bang, 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 bang. Surfs up, bitches, and it's like that.
Which ones do I personally like?
Yes.
I like Renegade a lot. I like California Dreamin'. That's it, all the rest. I like them all. I mean, none of them I don't like more or some than others. I like Renegade a lot because it's just heavy. I like Dead Bite. I like playing Dead Bite. It's one of our songs from a few records ago. There's ones I don't like playing that much just because we played them for so fucking long that it's just like, but I don't care. It's cool.
Another quick story, our camera guy, his name is Brian Cox. He does all our live footage, all our content. He thought it was a good idea to bring his drone to the Kremlin, to the Red Square, and fly it around. I told him not to, I really did. Even though I kind of wanted to see what would happen, I still said, hey, you shouldn't do that. He did it anyway. So he goes down there, he's flying it around, or he takes off, and 2 minutes later, an SUV pulls up. They didn't even let him grab his stuff. They grabbed him, put him in the SUV, and drove him off. They left his bag, everything, because they thought he was a spy. So they brought him in. He was in a police station or a holding station, and these guys in suits, they weren't even cops, they're, I don't know, the FBI for you guys or whatever that, you know, the hardcore dudes, and they interrogated him for 4 hours. And then he hasn't smoked in 3 years, and they said, do you want a cigarette? And he did it. He was so scared. He's such a bitch. What a pussy. He's like smoking, because he was all scared. He quit. He started smoking again just because of this. So all this stuff was going on, and then they finally let him call the venue where we were at the stadium. And Misha, our promoter, talked to him. They still didn't believe him. They really thought he was an American spy. They were going to arrest him. They take him to the fucking gulag, bro. They should have too. He's a bitch. But that's what happened, and that was probably the best Russian story I have.